the goal of every call is not to get a deal. Okay, you can't on your first date with every call, right? It just doesn't work. Actively is you guys need to convert better your calls to walkthroughs. Okay? Yeah. So even when they're like, I want to sell in spring, cool. Is the house going to change from now till spring? Not really. I just need 10 to 15 minutes to walk through the property. I'm going to take about 50 photos. Don't worry about cleaning up. I've seen everything. Okay. All I need to do is get a great understanding of the finishes in the property so that I can get a better understanding for myself for spring, what it's going to take to get your property improved from the current state that it's in up to the after repair value at its highest and best use. Okay, what I do is I look at properties that are comparable and recent and relevant sales to really understand what your house is worth today. And that'll give me an idea what it's going to be worth in the future. And I can also look at renovated houses in your neighborhood. So even if your house appreciates 1 or 2%, let's tack that on right now and get an agreement in place, so that I can understand exactly what it's going to take to bring you from this fair market value, which is the current value of your property in its given state, and what the after repair value is going to be after we do strategic renovations like the kitchen, bathroom, lighting, landscaping, flooring, paint, all those good things, right? And then so really sometimes it works, but most of the time it doesn't. And when it's worth it, it usually doesn't, right? So what that means is you're going to have to get that call turned into a walkthrough. Okay, we need to go on the date first. You can't just pick up the phone. Hey, I saw you walking through the mall. It's fuck. Never works. But you can get to dinner, right? That's a lot easier. Now that's a walkthrough. If you don't have dinner, how the fuck are you supposed to fuck? It's really hard. Okay. Yeah. So here's the thing. You got to get those conversions from the actual phone call where it's like, yeah, I may be interested in selling. Cool. Why would you want to sell? Right? Why are we having this conversation at all? Why would you make a Kijiji post, or why would you pick up the phone and stay on the line with me for 6 minutes now? Okay, there's a reason we're having this conversation. So if you're interested in selling, I'd love to know why. Right? Well, we're thinking about retiring at that time. Awesome. Where are you thinking about moving to when you retire? Right? If you sell this house, where do you think you're going to move? Well, I'd like to move to Old North. Okay, awesome. Houses in Old North right now go from anywhere from 500,000 to 800,000. You looking at one of the old Victorian houses, or are you looking at something a bit newer? I think we'd like something a bit newer, maybe a bungalow, because the old Vics have a lot of stairs in them. Awesome. Let's talk about that. The new bungalows, I'm just going to pull this up on realtor.ca right now. They seem to be going for $850. Okay, so what that tells me is you're probably going to need about 20% down on that property when you go to buy it. So we got to make sure that I make you a competitive offer that gives you 20% down at least, plus some profit for the boat and the flowers, right? Whatever else you guys are buying when you sell. So let's talk about a price that would actually make sense for you guys to be able to get into that new house in Old North, retire comfortably, and be happy leaving this property in the spring. Right now we're having a conversation about like price and stuff. And then after you have that conversation, well, we don't really know. Awesome. I can give you a better idea of what my offer would be. And it's just going to take 10 to 15 minutes walking through your property. Okay. Right. All I'm looking for is some photos. You don't need to sign when I come. The most important thing is for me to understand what your building is going to be worth. And the only way for me to do that is to see it. Okay. When you bought your property, did you get a walkthrough? Yes. Awesome. That's all I'm asking for here.